Funky Farmer vegan sausages, my new brand I'm bringing out. Right, I'm off to check the cattle. So we've still got some heifers out and a couple of dry cows with them. I'm going to go down and check them. I'm checking basically to see how near to calving the one is that's due to calve. But also we're going to give them a little bit of fresh grass. There isn't much grass left in the fields. We'll have a look when we get down there, but I'm winging it now. I'm trying to keep them out before Christmas. Right, let's try and find my Land Rover keys and we'll get going. There you go, just come along the field, usual thing. Someone's had their fish and chips, chuck the rubbish out. It never ceases to amaze me how many people just throw rubbish out of the cars. What is it? What is wrong with people? Why do they think? Sorry, I'm just multitasking. Why do certain people think it's okay to dump rubbish in the countryside? It's not. Would you want your garden full of rubbish? You know, it's one of my pet hates. You know, I get fly tipping and I get everything else. But what is it about people that certain people just throw rubbish out of a car window? I mean, it's usually McDonald's wrappers there. Right, let's crack on down and check these cows. Right, we got a bunch of heifers down here, so basically the dairy herd always stay up by the farm and the heifers stay down here on the lower fields which aren't so productive. And what we do, we keep them out here over the summer. The cows go in and the young stock, and they're all running towards me now, look. Can you see them behind me? They'll be here in a minute. The young stock stay out here as long as we can, and we're usually looking at sort of week before Christmas they come in. Oh, there's some mistletoe over there. Here they are. I'll wait for them to come, and maybe I'll snap some mistletoe off. Look at that. Should we get a big bunch of that down for Mrs. Cornock? Oh, ow! Oh, just skinned my knuckles on the flipping. Look at that. That's a nice bit. Look at that. Hello? Have you come to say hello? Right. Hello, you're looking all right. Right, let me just have a little walk round them before I've got to let them out. Look, there's Warty. Look, this isn't for you. I've kissed some cows in my time, but not these. Right. I'm going to just stash this over. I'm going to put this over by the Land Rover because otherwise I'm a bit worried they're going to chomp it out of my hand. Look at them, they're all a bit excited. They probably know I'm going to let them into another field, which is what I'm going to do in a minute. Get away from my mistletoe. This is the only time in my life I've carried a lump of mistletoe and a load of ladies have followed me. Only time in my life. Look, they're all following. It's the power of the Funky Farmer with a bunch of mistletoe, I'm sure. Not. Right, let me just sit this down over there. Right, let's put that over there. That'll be for later. Right, we're going to go over here. Are you still following me? Now I got rid of the mistletoe. Come on then. Right, we're going to go over here. I'm going to let them in this field. There isn't much grass in here. So there is a plan. We've been gradually letting them out into other fields. As I let them out into another field, I leave the other gates open so they're getting more and more of an area to ranch over. So by the time they come in, they'll probably have half the farm to go over. And it just means that they can pick out a bit of grass here and there. And there's plenty of time for regrowth before the spring if I get them in by January. Right, here we go. This gate is always a nightmare to open. Look at that, this design. So you've got to have two hands because you've got to hold that up while you slot that back. Right, I'm going to have to put the camera down. Let me just put that. I haven't got a tripod. Let me just put that on there. I absolutely hate this gate because I nearly always catch my fingers on it because of the design of it. Oh, the design of it's so fiddly. Right, I got that open. I bet they'll run in. Oh, look, I got a post in the way now. Right, post in the way. Let's just push that. Right, like all farms, they've always got, each gate's got its own quirk. Right, here we go. Here we go. Look at them go. They're running, they haven't even seen what's out here yet. It's just, they're just keen to go somewhere new. There'll be enough, look, there's tufty grass here for them to eat. It's not great quality now. My main thing is keeping them out at this length of time is there's a considerable amount of labour saving, as in I haven't got to bed them down and feed them, but also there's a financial cost as well in keeping them inside. You know, straw is very expensive now, and also round bales. And looking at next year, with the price of fertiliser at the moment, if I have some bales left over, I shall try and keep those till next winter, because financially it's getting more and more expensive to grow grass. Right, here's a cow. That's a Jew one, I think. Jew. When's she due? 75. That's the next one due. She's done a very bagged up. I got my little list here, look. She ain't got much udder on her at all. Okay, so 75. Where are you? 75, look. 19th of December. So she's due on the 19th, but my main thing is so what we call bagging up. This is a farmer term. So basically, when a cow is sort of near to calving, the udder starts swelling with milk, you know, just before they're going to calve. And it's usually a fair indication of how close they are to calving. Not always, but quite often. And I'm looking at her. Her udder looks very slack to me. Look at that. Can you see that? It's not. That's not a full udder. That's not a full udder for a calf, is it? If she calved now, she wouldn't have any milk in her. So I'm kind of thinking there's two things that, well, A, it's not an exact science when you PD them, pregnancy diagnosis, and you could have that a little bit wrong. B, she could have slipped the calf, lost the calf at some point, and she's not actually in calf. Even after you PD them, they can still lose a calf, so that's possible. Or the other thing as well, sometimes the PD dates the vet gives you, if they've been served by the AI, you know, so sometimes it's sort of 18 days, 18 days or 3 weeks apart. Sometimes when they do the PD and pregnancy diagnosis, they don't get the exact calving date right, because it's quite hard to tell at a young age the age of the calf. So they might have held to a later service or something, which might not have been written in the book, so we're thinking that's the last service, and it's not. There might have been one after it. I don't know, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see on that. So I'll keep you updated on 75, because it'll be interesting for everyone, but we will get her up to the shed soon, because so I'm a bit behind on my videos. I'm recording this is the 10th of December, okay? So because I've made some other videos earlier in the week, I'm late putting this up. So it's now the 10th of December. She's due on the 19th. You're probably seeing this before then. Well, you are seeing this before then, but I won't have a chance to upload it till later. I'll keep you posted on what's happening with her. I'm actually quite pleased. There is quite a lot of grass out here for what, compared with what they've been on. Look at them all. They've all got their heads down. Let me just spin round. Look, they're straight on it. Much happier out here. They're quite hungry, I think. They haven't had enough grass where they've been before. So that's good. I've got another field, 3 fields to let them into, including the new lay. I'll be letting them into that. By the time you see this, they'll be in that other lot of fields. and then literally we'll be bringing them in the week before Christmas, because I don't like anything out over Christmas, because A, there won't be much grass left, but B, I don't really want to be coming down and checking them over Christmas. It's always a bit of a worry when they get tight on grass, when there's not so much grass in the fields. That's when they start looking to get out. And it's fine here, but over on the other fields, the neighbours' fields, next to the neighbours' fields, there are gaps. Anyway, we're gonna go back now with mistletoe. But I'm just seeing, look, typical farmer waste here in the hedge. Can you see that? Look at that. I'm not sure what that one is. The amount of balloons that I pick up on the field is quite shocking, actually. It seems to have increased in the last couple of years. It's a very difficult one because, hey, you know, as a father, I sort of like my kids to have stuff like that. But the biggest bane of my life is picking up those things that are floating around in the air and then always have to come down somewhere. Perhaps the biggest worry is if they're chopped up and they go into the silage. But no, I'm going to leave these girls out here now. They're looking happy. Oh, let me just do a quick update. There's a pond over here which we dug out 10 years ago, I think. We can just have a quick look. We'll just walk over to it and I'll just show you that before we go. Look, the sun's starting to go down over there. Let's go and have a look at the pond. Look at this, look. I'm going to get over. Ugh. Look at those bulrushes there. Wow, I love that. Look at that. And look, there's a path here. Something's been walking down quite regularly. You can see it's all trampled down. Look at these. I love these. Look at that. I presume that these are seeds in there. Look at that. Wow. Oh my God, they're awesome. Look at that. Look at that. Look. That's the first time I've ever pulled a bulrush apart. Look, let me just put it up in the air. Woo! Wow, look at that. Look. Oh my goodness. That's like literally millions of seeds. Do you know, it's interesting. So, okay, I've seen bulrushes loads and loads of times. Look. See, they're not rare, are they? You see them at marshes and stuff. But that is the first time I've ever seen them when they're actually ripe. Do you know what I mean? Because normally they're really firm and people pick them for flower arranging and stuff. And they're weird, aren't they? Aren't they weird? Look. Look at that. It's like a sausage. Put those on the vegan barbecue. There you go. Look. Vegan sausage. That is a vegan sausage. There we go. Funky Farmer vegan sausages. My new brand I'm bringing out. That's delicious. Absolutely delicious. And Funky Farmer vegan sausages. Totally recommend them. Jesus Christ. I'm going mental. Right, let's try that away. Anyway. I don't plan this stuff. Anyway, but like I said, All we need now is Hairy Mary to turn up. You have to look at one of my other videos if you don't get that reference. Jesus. Yeah. Yep, you can't beat a vegan sausage. Yeah, normally you see these and they're really firm and they're like they're really dry and solid, but these are actually ripe, as it were, and that's lovely to see, actually. And I'll tell you a fact, right, about this pond. So we did this 10 years ago, and there was that island there was part of a hedge line, and my dad took the hedge out 40 years ago when you were allowed to do these things, and that's what people did. I wouldn't dream of doing that now, but in that era it was a different way of thinking. So what we did, we actually made it into an island. So when we dug this pond out, we made it bigger. Look, and we made it into an island for wildlife. So basically, if a duck went on there, it could stay on there. But so when we dug it out, it was like a barren wasteland, if you like. There was just the island, and it was all mud. And look at this; it's gradually the habitats come back in, got a tree growing here. I'm not sure, that was an older, I think. That's field maple over there growing on the island. And then we got this range of bulrushes, which, you know, beautiful. I love it. And hey, you know, we're all bad for the planet, us farmers, aren't we? As so they say. But this is just, I'm just showing you this because I'm proud of having this sort of stuff on the farm, and it just shows, you know, for all the criticism we get for having livestock, we get told off. We don't get publicised much for this sort of stuff, and this is what I prefer. My vegan sausage machine. That is awesome, isn't it? I'm growing vegan sausages. Right. Oh, do you think my wife will want to kiss me now eating a vegan sausage? Right. I'm going back now, guys. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that little bit of fun and seeing the heifers before they come in. We'll be back for more madness and mayhem soon. Crack on, everyone. Crack on. Vegan sausage.